something absolutely unbelievable just happened. A single song has managed to hold on to the #1 spot on Spotify, Korea's daily chart, for not just days, not just months, but for an astonishing 400 consecutive weeks. That's nearly 8 years worth of dominance. And the artist who has just etched his name into history? None other than BTS's Jimin, with his breathtaking masterpiece, Who. Now let's stop and think about this. 400 weeks at the top. That's more than just a chart statistic. It's proof of a bond between an artist and millions of listeners who return to the same song day after day, year after year. Imagine the power a song must hold to remain undefeated for that long. It's not luck. It's not hype. It's something deeper. Emotion, connection, and artistry. When Who was first released on July 19th of last year as the title track from Jimin's second solo album, Muse, it exploded onto the scene. On day one, it shot straight to #1. But here's where things became extraordinary. It didn't let go of that spot. As of September 4th, Who has amassed an unbelievable 402 #1 rankings. And this isn't just a record. It's the first and only time in history that a Korean song has ever achieved this. But Jimin's story doesn't start with Who. This man has been quietly, consistently proving his power on Spotify Korea for years. His debut solo album, Face, gave us Like Crazy, a song that alone spent 268 days at the very top. He didn't stop there. He claimed #1 with Set Me Free P2, with Angel 211, and even the English version of Like Crazy. When you add everything together, Jimin has held the #1 spot a staggering 706 times with 5 different songs. Think about that. An entire music market led by one artist's voice. And the story of Who keeps going. It already made history as the first and only track to sit at #1 on Spotify, Korea's weekly top songs chart, for an entire year, 52 consecutive weeks. That record wasn't just impressive, it felt untouchable. But today, Jimin has extended it to 58 weeks and counting, making Who the most crowned song in the chart's history. And let's talk about streaming milestones. Who has now surpassed 75 million streams on Spotify Korea alone. Meanwhile, Like Crazy broke the 50 million mark back in August. That means Jimin is the first and only singer ever to have 2 songs pass 50 million streams on this platform. It's the kind of achievement that shows not just popularity, but endurance. His music isn't fading, it's lasting. But beyond numbers and records, what's really happening here is a story of impact. Every single day, countless listeners press play on Who. Some might be listening for comfort after a hard day, others because the song mirrors emotions they can't put into words. For some, it's a reminder of Jimin's artistry and his ability to make vulnerability sound beautiful. Music like this doesn't just top charts, it becomes a companion, a healing force, a memory stitched into daily life. And maybe that's why Who has become unstoppable. It's more than just a track, it's a part of people's lives. From the first moment its melody was heard, listeners felt something real. And for over a year, they've kept coming back because Jimin gave them a song that doesn't just entertain, it stays. So here we are, witnessing history. Jimin isn't just topping Spotify Korea's charts, he's rewriting the rulebook, one song at a time. Who has become a phenomenon, and with every week that passes, the legend only grows. The question now is, how far can this journey go? Could Who extend its reign beyond what anyone has ever imagined? One thing is certain, this record isn't just about a song. It's about Jimin proving once again that his artistry knows no limits.